Howdy guys, I'm a full 08, your favorite Wolfgirl Enthusiast, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Dream of 5 by Parrhesia and Lumi. Today it's time to resume Chapter 20, Broken Heartland. Indeed, a not very fun, is it time to make the same joke again? Not a very fun amusement park. Broken Heartland. Anyway, we're back in it. Gotta defeat Maher. And various other such enemies. Dismas over here. A traitorous Kearney. I do like her. I think her portrait's really fun. Years of faithful service, working her way up from the bottom, she thought she knew which way the wind blew. Indeed, she does not. She has forfeit her life. It's like giving up your life savings for the lottery. Comet Fall. Good opportunity, I suppose. Deal the damage. Been a while since we've seen Comet Fall. Purge animation, kinda nice though. I do like to have that one. Do like to have the option to see the Purge animation, that is. You yourself have a Comet Fall, which would kill me, so we're not going to be doing that. That'll be a job for Tricia. Should be a very easy job for her as well. The high-res machine. Do let me know who I should use my boots on, by the way. I haven't considered it between episodes, but Tricia is like low-key kind of a good argument. 9 moves supply. All I'm saying is that would be pretty funny. Plus, Tricia with a new pair of boots, that just sounds fitting, doesn't it? Okay, so you can reach this one. Not quite get the kill, though. I'm honestly okay with Kolbane and Thyra just doing whatever they've got to up here to get by. Like, in all honesty, I'm not concerned for them. As long as Tricia is going to be okay, which I can rescue drop her as well. I'm going to do that, though. I guess I'll just let you have this kill. Steel Axe or Javelin for the accuracy. Quite funny to have a halberd and be like, yeah, I'm going to use the Javelin. Could deal shiny effective damage, or I could be reasonable. One or the other. Let's see, I will, in this case, put you on Rider's Bane and rescue drop you back. Cannot drop with Buddy, that's a shame. Well, that's fine. I don't really mind, I think. Pretty okay with just putting Kolbane here with the Rider's Bane up. Go ahead and get the kill on Maher. No, this isn't how it's meant to be. It is how it's meant to be, actually. I have done that. It was meant that way. In this Iron Man, you have lost one of your best units. Wow. A very good level up. Is that cap speed? Very close. Almost cap strength as well. Well, cool. Good on you, I suppose. Let's go ahead and heal you up. I'll just use Annalise to drop Tricia. Florent is just simply too Florent. Darn. That close, huh? Well, I'm not gonna waste a thunder when I know that you can get this kill with basically anything. Yeah, we'll keep using our fists. Very good, very good. Nothing wrong with beating a horse to death. Right? Okay, sorry for the quick cut. I was just gonna say, maybe don't take me as your moral, like, arbiter, you know? You don't really want me to be the guy for that, I think. Not if that's my take. Beating a horse with your fists. Yes, very good take of Follow 8. You are a mastermind of knowledge and capability with regard to what it takes to care for an animal. Definitely. Disregard the fact that I have like 9 cats or something. They're very cool. And don't worry, they would not suffer the same fate as those horses. Not at all. Anyway, let's make sure that you're out of range of everything. Is that tile barely safe? It is just barely safe. That one tile. Well, in this case, I'm okay with you going over here. Maybe we get the crit? It's not impossible, that's for sure. I'm kind of a little bit worried about this one. The light brand one's not really a bother at all. We'll start with you because you can reach Silver Longbow, Bop, nice and easy. 3 range bows for the win. And then Clan Spellblade can almost get through this guy, so I will go ahead and roll with that. It's fascinating that it uses the Evil Eye animation. Kind of rare to see, in all honesty. Okay, and then you can get this one with Iron Longbow, nice and easy little bop. And the space behind you should be not accessible to the enemy, other than the little magic-y girls over there. Now, can you reach? You can reach, and you can reach, so... How bad is it for Gareth to get hit by both of them, I wonder? Because there's no rescuing Gareth out of range. I mean, I guess there is, but there's no dropping him subsequently. Because both Eileen, or both Rena, and any other flyer that I have is not capable of picking him up. So if I am going to do this, I need to make sure I'm not taking enough damage to die to you. I mean, I guess I could pick Gareth back up. If it's enough damage to be convenient for me, then it is what it is at a certain point. Because this situation's a bit on the rough side. I guess since this one's using a silver lance, I can pretty freely play my cards around that. Similarly, you're not going to one round. You're dealing 30 damage minus 1 from weapon triangle if I use an axe. So 14 times 2. I could battle axe this one. After potentially Sheila getting the crit. If she gets the crit, then cool. Like, double cool even. But I'm not going to get my hopes up. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then Gareth can go here. Rena can do a little bit of hurl batting. Although if I get Gareth over here first... Is that in support range? It is not. Okay, well in that case I'm going to use Eileen first then. I'll start with the warding sword. I'll start with the rapier and we'll see if we get the crit. If we do, then again, double cool. Nice. That's kind of huge, honestly. Greatly helpful. Speed res, perfectly fine. Perfectly great, even. Okay, well in that case, I can then trade Samori over to Slim Lance. Stay on Hatchet with... Well, I'll even go to Lance Reaver with Rena. I could throw a hurl bat here, but I really want this tile as mine. I want to claim it. And then Gareth can go right here in range of Rena and using the battle axe, so everything should work out on the next turn. As long as he's not in range of the light brand mistakenly. Yeah. Okay, sorry for the quick cut once more. Just making sure he's not in range of this one. Very important to not be in range of a light brand whenever you're literally Gareth, because then you basically just take 20 times 2. Oh, actually, he's not doing bad on res. I don't know why I thought his res was so unbelievably bad. Seems that it's really not bad at all. He's doing everything up to the point that he needs to. At least he'll survive, you know. He'll make do at the very least. Yeah, I kind of figured that this one would get attacked. Basically just on the virtue of it getting doubled. Oh really? Not gonna get doubled? Well, maybe they just like killing green units. Me too, honestly. Me too. I hope Julian's gonna be fine. I didn't actually make sure that he was out of range of everything. Okay, that's fine. He surprises me with how slow he is sometimes. I guess he means to remedy that with that level up though, because that was incredible. Greatly appreciated. Okay, cool. I wonder if Thyra is gonna stay under attack. Again, I'm a bit surprised that she falls under attack instead of Kolbane, because she's like a full-on defensive wall. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Ganging up on the Royalist, although... Even though that could have killed, this guy seems to really be in the fight. Okay, they are attacking Thyra over Kolbane. I do want to have a look and see if her defense really is just lower, or if maybe it's an accuracy check. Okay, cool. I don't know, these Royalists, they seem to know what they're after. I don't necessarily want to keep giving them experience. I guess it's gonna keep happening. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Kolbane and Thyra could basically do that. I've only got 7 turns to annihilate all of the leaders, though, so... I guess we'll kind of have to get a move on a little bit. Let's see. Can we get some javelin damage in? Not quite. Well, I don't have to worry too much with Askamore. Heard later that they had been a knight of some renown before the war. Perhaps they could have served. Maybe. It is possible. But no such luck, I believe. Am I going to be able to deal good damage? I do not think so. I don't have a Lance Reaper with you, do I? Oh, I do, actually. Well, maybe in that case I use Cathail to shove? Yeah, I think I will. I do believe that will be the action path that I take. Yeah, we'll go with that. These past days, I've felt more alive than I did in years, fighting for a corroded crown. My life for feral. Well, fair enough. Sometimes you're just having too much fun out there, you know, you gotta enjoy striking folks down for no good reason. There we go. I mean, don't we all a little bit, it's Fire Emblem. Lord Protector, I played my parts. Yeah, successfully at that. Okay, cool, interesting level up, defense on Kothia of all things, but, you know, we'll take it. She's been getting a lot of defense, strangely enough. I'm okay with it. Okay, but I do want to see 22 and 20, so it would have been the same, so he would have been prioritizing accuracy. That's kind of fun. Okay, a little bit of Rider's Bane damage, nice and easy. Well done, Florent, setting up the kill for Julian, probably. Rapier this one. I sure do be appreciating my effective weaponry. Glad that I bought that extra rapier. Handy to have around. Cannot go wrong with it. Plus Annalise is still pretty good. Lucrez strength. Not bad. She is the slower one, isn't she? Even though she has a 60% speed growth. Okay, Eileen has 70. Gotcha. Understood. Well, I guess we can see Arcus in the action for once. Does this? It would get the kill. Well, either way. Easy enough for you to get this one. Nice to see Fran back in the action. I've said that time and again, but it never becomes less true. So then I can pop Saren right here and get this kill. I don't know, I just want to keep them relevant, keep feeding them level ups in ways that keeps them around, you know. They are very suitable deploy choices. Speed, luck, and HP. She's no Kolbane, but she's still very good. Kolbane's just a whole different beast. He's really not even that many levels higher than she is. He's just kind of untouchable in a way. Okay, but it's a good opportunity to now check and see what's in these shops. So get this with Julian. Heal him up. Silverbow, nice. We've already gotten this one up here. You're not really a concern of mine. Like I said, heal up Julian. And then we will check out the shops. We'll go shopping with our 2. Alrighty. Let's see, is there anything in here that I specifically want? It would be nice to have another light brand, but for 2,400, it's kind of hard. Hard choices indeed. Heavy throwing spears. There's an argument to be made for the short spear. Killer Lance is almost certainly to play. I think I'll get the Killer Lance, yeah. But I do want to see first what's in this shop. Comet Fall. Well, unfortunately I have enough stuff to deal with all of that. That could be really good. Physic. Haven't really been using much as it is though in terms of saves. I'm still building staff rank on my 2 primary healers, so they can't really use Physic yet, and so I've got many of them in the convoy. I don't really feel the need for much here. Maybe another Thunder, perhaps? Ah well. I guess we shall see with time. We shall see more what's in this house, for sure. You know that saying about the best food coming from, like, a hole in the wall? Turns out that's sure true in Gwyneth. Had the meal of my life back there a couple weeks ago. Still feel it on my tongue. I close my eyes, yeah. Yeah, sorry, what do you need from me again? Good question, I don't really recall. Let's see, am I gonna be able to visit this house without... Yeah, okay. Greetings, I am known in these parts as something of a folklorist. Oh no, I have to read for a while. Would you care for a concise recounting of the land's history? Sure. Absolutely. Alchema's verdant lands and lush soil are oft said to be as much of a curse as they are a blessing, with the exception of Nineveh, who had little taste for the nation building. Clearwolf Longshanks was the senior of the dragon-blooded heroes, and so he felt emboldened to stake a claim to the bread basket of Talus. He never anticipated any friction with other nations, and that was his mistake. Within a generation of the Dragon Blood's death, Alchema was already at war. beset by the Vishrans of the west and the Ondorites of the east. Yet the Akhmans were not made weak or decadent by their abundance of food, and were ultimately able to defend that which Cleowulf had staked claim to. It is humanity's covetous nature that has defined the history of Akhma, and even in rare moments of peace from the west, such as the past 8 years under the rule of Vishra's queen, Tamara, though that is a story for another time, the nation has reliably succumbed to infighting, particularly among the nobility. Every landholder seems stricken by the belief that they could have just a bit more, refusing to be content with good fortune. Traditionally, power has been concentrated toward the nation's prosperous core, the luscious lands around the capital of Gwyneth itself. The marcher lords on the eastern steppe or the western foothills, however, have not always been contented to stay in position as mere border guards, continually called into action to ward off aggression from foreign raiders. Guthred Farrell is just such a man, but his house has borne its resentments going back generations, as most of his battle-hardened allies, or as have. Still, Akhma is by and large the yardstick by which other nations are measured, and for all the fractious nature of their nobility, the monarchy has held firm. Until, of course, recent events reared their ugly head. But that will serve for now, I suspect. Or do you require that I repeat what I have told you? Nope. Not at all. Very well, you really ought to know all of that anyway. Yeah, of course. Of course we should. Oh, sounds good to me. Are you in range? Just barely not? Okay, cool. Epic and sick and awesome and cool. Yeah, I guess I'll go around the back way with Thyra and Kolbane. There we go. Oh, hello again. We keep stumbling into each other, don't we, huh? I wonder why that might be. That is a good question. You do rather have a tendency to find yourself underfoot, Ensign. Though I cannot complain, your presence is welcome here. Though one thing does stand out. You do tend rather to stammer over your words with me, while you are quite fluent around others. Especially your own lord, Thyra. Nothing gets by you, does it? There was, I guess, something I'd been meaning to ask. You anticipate a negative response, Ensign? Please speak. I wish to hear it for myself. Well, I guess I've been thinking about our last conversation. Indeed. And how, well, you're quite far from home, right? This is true, yes. And well, do you miss it? It hasn't been so far, of course, but I'm still, well, even missing a lot less than the palace I assume you have. Without the same circumstances, even. It's still hard on me sometimes. Still find myself thinking about what I left behind now and then. I believe that is only human, and yes, I frequently think of home. These thoughts give me strength. I think of my father, expecting me to return to Svanhild in glory. Think of the court, or rather, with rather less fondness, I'll grant. But I think then of all the sights I long to reacquaint myself with. This land is full of its own beauty, of course, and yet, yeah, I've been thinking. Even Akhma's felt less like home. Since all this went down and all that I used to take for granted, well, basically all seems on fire now. I don't know, things that used to be peaceful. I don't know if that's Akhma. I don't know if it's that Akhma was never the land I remembered, or if it's those memories were just wishful thinking or ignorance to begin with. Poor Kolbane. He's trying. He's gonna move in with her, isn't he? If I might give advice, strive not to let the current tumult taint your memories. Let it instead give you strength. Fight for the vision of the land that you remember. Be it mirage or not, make it real with your words and deeds. Ah, well, almost sounds possible when you say it like that. But I'm just a man. Oh, that seems beyond me. It's all I can do. I do too. Well, I shouldn't burden you with this. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Very sidetracked. May I ask what you originally wished to speak of? I don't actually remember, huh? But I'd, best be off. Thanks for your thoughts. I suppose I'd try and live up to them, hadn't I? There's no need to rush. You shall find the words in time. I shall be waiting. It's taken everything in me to not start fangirling right now. Huge fan of these two. They're my two favorites in the game. Undeniably. Them and Gareth, top 3 units in the game for me. Assuredly. There's no overcoming those 3, I think. If there's a unit at any point for the rest of the game that can overcome how much I like Thyra, Kolbane, and Gareth, that's got to be like one of my all-time favorite characters in any type of media. Like, that's the level that we're talking at, because these are some of my favorite characters of literally all time. It's super impressive how they've been treated in the story thus far. I'm terribly, terribly happy with them. Okay, so you only have one shot left, so you better make it count. I'll just put Rena right down here, and I'll let her deal with Dismas. Oh, you move. Well, that changes things quite potentially. 43 damage, and it's almost guaranteed to hit. Well, I can rescue her back if at all necessary. 21 damage. I can also trade her over to her sword, which I, probably should do, considering Lance Favorite will get me killed. And I can have Gareth in range as well. I'll do this. I'll trade you over to the Gilded Brand, and I'll move you back to here. Now I can really consider having 20 effective defense against this guy for a total of 23 taken. 23 plus 2. So I'm okay with this. Perfectly fine. I do wonder if we'll be able to visit the gate. Why is that in range? Okay. Well, in that case, Gareth can go right here. That's probably not what I should have done. I'll dance for you. And I will shove Gareth back a space. Give you Killer Axe and shove. And there we go. Now whatever happens, happens. I'm pretty okay with all of this. If you have any sense, you'll kneel to your... Wait, you again? Great Mother keeps giving me chances. I'm gonna take it this time. You can't stay lucky forever. Nor can you, bandits. You won't be walking away from me this time. If you're determined to see this through to the end, I'll make sure you get there. Yeah, yeah, me too. I think I'll let Reyna get this kill on him. It needs to be Jover on his account. Okay, yep. Oof. Yeah, I regret that I have only one life to give. Well, it's gonna be a little bit. I can tell you that much. It's gonna be a little bit before I get to replay this map, but I guess I'm not opposed to doing so. Well, in that case, I'm gonna be ending my recording session right now, and you'll see me in probably a different shirt as I begin to replay this tomorrow. I definitely could be using the thingy here, the turn rollback, considering my lack of time, but yeah, I guess we'll see ya. I'll be back sometime. I guess I'll go ahead and hop back in here because we're really close enough to where I was before that it's fine. Also, yeah, like I said, new shirt, festive and all that today. But anyway, did the green units just... Yeah, the green units moved and then the sellswords moved. That's... wow. I've never seen that done before without them being different factions. Did I just miss that last time? Did I not pay enough attention to it? Because like I said, I've never seen green units move and then red units move on the green unit phase. Maybe they're classified as green units, but they're red because that's just how they are. Maybe they fall under the green unit phase. That's very fascinating. Like I said, I've never seen that done before. I wonder how specific that is, like how often that occurs, because it's somewhat dependent on how far the green units make it, I think. Well, either way, I guess we're at the other end of it. I'm not quite back to where I was, but it's close enough, right? Like, whatever happens at this point, I can just quickly breeze through what enemies remain. These two have their support again. Okay, can Sheila get this one? Sorta, kinda. We'll start with this, I think. Let's see, I've got various options. Various options indeed. I guess, well, no, I guess I will go back into the speed up. I just wanted to note on that very quickly because, wow, either I missed it last time or I didn't take note of it last time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed back up. I think I've got like solidly one more turn ahead of me before we're back to where we were. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of tripped me out just now to see that these were red. Like, not like I know that they're red units, but like, because I saw them gray, it tripped me out, and now I'm in a situation. So that's a very fascinating consequence of that, but I think I'll probably get through it, maybe. They didn't move that time when they had full opening to attack. Do they think that they're gonna die or something? I don't know. Anyway, we're basically back to where we were. It's been a whole bit of confusion, no doubt about it, but interesting for sure at the very least. Okay. So I basically just got to kill this guy again, which might be a burden. And then past that, I will let Kolbane and Thyra move on up this way. Inevitably, we'll wind up taking care of everything up here, because they are good. They do not need a great deal of assistance, I suppose. Although, 21 damage, he's got res. Oh, you move. Interesting. I wonder if I could bait you into doing that. I would need to shove her 2 spaces if I were to comfortably do that. Well, maybe she'll move, and we'll get lucky that way. I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'll bring Amelia that way. With Florent. Probably should have brought Julian this way instead, but I think Amelia will do a fine job. I do want Sheila to be able to try attacking her former friend. Wonder if it could be worth it to step into range of this. This Comet Fall... it's not quite going to get the kill. Or, I mean, Lightning's not quite going to get the kill. I can't do a whole lot with Cathael because this commander has some defense. Maybe I've got to move up there and deal with that with Cathael. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll send Eileen back this way. Those two will inevitably take care of that in time. We're not like desperately in need to hurry up our turns or anything, but it would be good to go ahead and, you know, do what we've got to. One more ballista shot, a little bit of Gareth, get a kill here with a steel bow. Surprisingly not getting doubled, even by a usually pretty quick class, although perhaps the Crotafeith is, well, it's not weighing them down. He's just still kind of good. Like to see it. But yeah, for the most part, I guess we're pretty much back into it. I can pop you down on the fort, or really just wherever. Because with all the avoid she's got, she's doing pretty fine. Both cannot attack the fort, so I'm going to put you on the fort right here. Put Annalise right here, ideally. Killing edge up. And then maybe, just maybe, put someone right there, but we'll see. Probably not. Probably not, indeed. Wow, he actually gets the one round, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. A rare opportunity for some magic battles where Juliana actually does the one rounding. Kind of crazy. He's gotten pretty good. Him and, especially Florent this episode, or this replay, have gotten some good levels. You got that little bit of speed, and that can be crucial. It's a very good stat to get, to absolutely no person's surprise. Let's see. Can I maybe singularly bait you with Rena? I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. I have already gotten all of the houses, I do believe. Actually, no, I do want Rena down this way. I do want her to be the one to finish this guy off. Put you here, and everyone else is kind of just waiting for the next turn to arrive. So we can run everybody over here. I would kind of sort of like to have Arcus not down there, but I guess it's kind of whatever at this point. I do like Arcus. I'm starting to wonder if he's just not the unit for me, you know, because in terms of his capabilities, he's pretty good. Like, I don't know, for anyone paying attention during the speed up segment, I had a turn where Arcus most certainly could have, and more than likely should have, died due to an overextension, thinking, oh yeah, he'll be fine. There are rapiers here, but he'll make it. Oh yeah, you've got bolting. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, he wound up being fine. The enemy wanted to attack other units more, so it worked out in my favor. Ooh, Purge. Very fun, very cool even. Okay, that's fine. Sounds good to me. I'm okay with getting hit. Ooh, you do move. You do move indeed. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep Dismas alive for a little while then. I'm going to have to rescue up the green units or else they'll cause problems for me, though. Ah, that's rough. You have infringed upon my territory. Well, luckily, this is a single tile that can be blocked off. And it's got swords. Bit of a burden. I can make it functionally no damage, or literally no damage, I suppose. Can you possibly get this with Combat Fall? That would have been convenient. Would have been mighty handy indeed. Well, as long as I stand in range of this, it's not a burden. You can't kill Cathael. I think. 21, and the silver's gonna hurt. 20, so 30 damage. Well, it's not gonna be that bad. Does she have a potion? Do either of us have a potion? We do not. Well, at the very least, I can block that one in. I'm gonna have to get probably Eileen back over there to help out. Just so long as no one can be attacked, it's gonna be okay. In all honesty, I'm more tempted to attack that guy. Just to see if I can possibly get him out the way. Because the archer is going to be of no concern for at least a few moments. Especially as everyone is right there and everything. What, is it a good idea to maybe let this guy be the one who does the attacking? Probably not, but like... I'll still stand right here and I will... I mean, I might as well attack in while I'm not taking any damage back. And then really, that's completely fine. I'll leave Halberd equipped, and I suppose I'll just beat on this one. Maybe Shine's better. I don't want to take any damage with Kothiva, so 14, 32 damage. Okay, so she will be okay, even if she takes that little bit of damage. I'll just go ahead and kill this one. Makes my life easier. Now I can, well, I guess we'll see. I now have to deal with Kearney. Like, that's a non-question now. So that's going to be a bit of a fun little situation. She's rather on the strong side, especially resistance-wise. Thyra might be able to beat up on her for, well, she could honestly one-round her. It's tempting, I mean, in all honesty, because I've also got to get over here and deal with this one, and also have enough HP left to tank Purge, so maybe we'll just do our best. Yeah, I can let Eileen kill this one. I would like to see if Eileen has a conversation with Kearney as well, but I don't think I'm going to get that opportunity to find out. Yeah, I'm in a situation, no doubt. I know that Sheila's going to have a conversation with her. I don't want to just one-round her. I mean, especially considering how much damage she's doing. I could honestly... There's a great many things that could occur here. I could bolt in Kearney. That doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna have to use Amelia to weaken. She's not doing much up here, is she? She's kind of just doing the healing. Kolbane's not even getting... Oh, he is now. Weighed down by the Steel Lance? Yeah. Understandable. Well, in that case, I've got to be able to survive at least one of these and a bolting, and a purge, unless I could get... I might be able to get somebody up there to kill that one. Kolbane's in range of it. That's a hard one. Every situation I'm in right now is not exactly ideal, but that's okay. Sometimes that's how it's gotta be. So Gareth could stand on this tile and get that kill. Is there any way that I get somebody up there far enough? I don't think so. Okay, I might actually literally have to use Thyra for this. I want to see the conversation really badly, but if I lose the map for it, that's no bueno. Amelia could get this kill. That takes away the utility of Eileen, because the only thing she can do here is attack this one. So I really might as well do this, because it opens up other options for other units to do other things, essentially. And now Florent can go up here and hopefully hit this one pretty hard. You have the lightning, yeah, okay. That's a bit rough, because I can't really have Florent taking that much damage. I don't have any 2 range with him. I could steal off Kolbane's Javelin, but Kolbane can just kill this one. I mean... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is how many tiles I would need to get over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with a shove, Kolbane could get this kill, presuming the same speed stat. And you are dealing not enough damage for it to be especially meaningful. Although you've got Silver Lance for 33 damage, 13 damage taken. He would be fine. But I would have to use Thyra to get this kill. Somehow break that as well. What's Sheila's primary function here? Sheila plus Florent could get that one. That wouldn't be the worst. And then I could use Amelia to break this. I mean, I have a way out, but the question is, can I have my way out and my little boss conversation? Can I do essentially everything I want to do without involving Sheila? Because I essentially need to waste Sheila's turn, is what I'm getting at. So across my units, I want 3 dead, and I've got 5 units. 1 can one round. 1 needs to essentially kill the snag. So I've got 5 units. I've got 4 units and 4 kills, essentially, if I'm going to waste Sheila's turn. So can I get the kill on her with Florent? I can get the kill on her with Florent if Sheila does this. And then I have to one round this one with Thyra. Have Amelia stand here specifically and L-fire the snag so that Kolbane... I don't think he actually reaches, does he? You're losing 3 speed, so you're down to 20. If Kolbane loses 2 speed, he's down to 24. So with a javelin, he's still doubling. This one specifically, which would be 23 damage times 2. If you have the same defense, you actually have more defense. So this will be fine. We're gonna go for it. I want to see the conversation. If I have to, if it really comes down to it, then maybe I can figure something out. But I really want to see the conversation. I guess I could also stand here and javelin, but I kind of need the damage output. Is there any way I can maybe crit? I'll use... Well, can he deal 23 damage? 22, so I do have to use the Ivory Rensoir. I don't know how to say that. Sir Sheila, I regret that it came to this. You're about to die, so regret is only natural. But you chose this path. Face the end with eyes open and head held high. That's how I taught you to conduct yourself, if you still remember. You think I fear you, after I sent you fleeing for your life to the Queen's side. You had a full force of your duped sisters then. Where are they now, Kearney? You led them to their deaths. Now you're going to follow them into the Hex. They were weak. I am different. You'll see that. I'll make you see. Well, it seems like, though through weapon triangle disadvantage and other such things, I am the one having an easier time here. Okay, so I really don't need you to miss this one, Florent. Sorry, friend. I'm moving up in the world, and well, you're just in my way. Well, Kearney and Kalak would have a budding friendship, I would have to assume. Don't name me traitor. I was true to our spirit, true to the very end. Fair enough. Alright, Florent. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm starting to believe in Pokemon EVs and Fire Emblem with speed level up like that after killing a Pegasus Knight. Okay, so now the Purge is of no concern. It's this one who is of concern. And to that end, Amelia can go here. Hellfire. Okay, and now we'll be fine. Assuming that you're going to double as expected, and also with you in range. I do need a Brave Sword, so it's a good thing I have it. Thyra OP. Thyra very good. And now with Thyra in Kolbane's range as well, he should have 100%, or, well, close enough to 100% accuracy. If he misses a 95, I'll just start crying, and I'll turn the game off and I'll go to work like I do every day, but... Ooh, crazy level up. Is that cap speed? Almost. He's going to cap them both very, very soon. You can only deal 21 damage at most, and nobody has less than 21 HP except for Sheila, who has... if either one of them has even a single point of res, they'll be fine. So you don't have any 2 range and you're trapped in. You're here kind of just playing the little game. That side's going to be a bit of a burden before too long. I'll go ahead and... I'll just let Kolbane... I'll let him get this village, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or no, I'll let Sheila do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do need to shove her, which I can't do. Anyway, I'll just let somebody else get it. I don't really care. Maybe Annalise can do it. Okay, either way. You've got this one. Maybe. 60 damage. 63 damage. It's a 68. We've got to try. Or 86, that is. So there's that taken care of. This one's still alive, so I don't have to worry about killing off Dismas. And you don't move, and you've got 10 crits, but Rena has an amount of defense. I did check last time to see if this was visitable, and it's not, so I'm super curious what Asher would be doing here. Artillerist, who does not move, who has 1 point of speed. Okay, yeah, pretty much we're just waiting now. I'm just going to end turn, I suppose. Deal with the reinforcements as they arrive. Maybe I'll send Seimori that way. I could have him pick up Arcus. And they could go that way. Maybe give one of them a potion. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just have that happen. You two can go that way. And I probably could send Julian as well. There's really no point. We'll just see what happens. Did you... Oh, okay. I really don't want you two to get these kills. I can pick up one of them. Can't pick up both, though. I've already used the turns of people who can pick up the people. I guess I'll just shove you back a bunch. Don't interfere with my plans, you. You're going to burden me. I want to kill Dismas myself. Anyway, we've already read this one. Nice dodge. Arguably, well, it was in no way crucial, but it's a good dodge. Okay, you take no damage. Cool. Well, that makes me feel way less icky about Cathail being there. Okay, that'll work. We're almost through then. Really, you're gonna... Well, I guess you have no choice but to 2-range. Awesome. Awesome indeed. Don't do this to me. Okay, you lot may have got lucky the first couple of times, but it's gonna be different. Just this once, Dismas is gonna have his day. Come on. How's this keep... Come on, Royalist. You are a burden to me. Oh. Reinforcements have arrived. Scalebreaker. Counters Drakes. What about Josh's? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You can go ahead and tune out of the episode now. It's not worth it anymore. That's a cool axe, though. I'm glad to know that there's a dragon axe equivalent, so that I can continue to make dragon this axe across the enemies type jokes and stuff. Magic Seal Speed. I'm getting lucky on the speed level ups, that much is for sure. So yeah, you can't visit the village. I'll just let you get this kill. Perfect. Sheila and Eileen still need to get their C support. I don't know if I'll use Sheila on the long term. I do like her, though. Okay. Finally, the Steel Roses. I'd been starting to lose hope. I've been hiding out here for the past few weeks. I'm a believer in your cause, but I'd hoped to aid it in some small way. So this, no mere walking stick, though what it does I'm not quite certain. It does not heal, that I know. It's kept under lock and key in Gwyneth, and when Farrell took over, I decided it was better kept from his avaricious grasp. May it serve well, whatever it actually, does. Hemern? Warp Staff. Wow. S rank. Can't be repaired. Wow, it's that good, huh? Fascinating. Already one of the best weapons, or one of the best things in the game. And now it is borderline unusable. No, I'm kidding. It's, it'll work out, I'm sure. Is there any reason to not just... I mean, I can get one of them with Eileen, I think. It's not exactly ideal, I suppose. Arcus will be fine if he's dropped in range of a... Well, no, I don't know that he will be. I'll just do it like this. Drop him onto the forest, and we'll get this one taken care of in no time. Get a little bit of light. To bop this one out. Nice little crit. She keeps getting those with the lightning. And then bop you with Steel Axe, Javelin. Doesn't really matter. I guess it's a shame to use a Javelin at one range, but as long as it works, Okay, we'll rescue up Kolbane. And drop him right here, so that I can have him in support range of Thyra, who has no issues, probably more than likely just standing here with her fists. And this situation will take care of itself in no time. As I mentioned, this one is not an issue. I don't actually have to defeat these enemies if I don't want to. I am free to basically do as I please now. There are no more houses I haven't visited. And Kothiva is down on HP, so maybe it's still a good idea to send people... Is that a Devil Axe? Brutal Axe. Hulking weapon, hard to use. 23 damage. Sheesh, I want one of those. Gareth can almost use that unimpeded, not that it especially matters. Well, rare opportunity for him to get an axe kill, for no real reason, in all honesty. Well, I guess I'll put Tricia right here to save Julian. Killing Edge up for no real reason either, just don't have an alternative in her inventory. Yeah, let's see Gareth use axes for once. Rare opportunity, as I mentioned, so might as well. I do like the warrior axe animations. I do like most warrior animations. And other than that, I think we're pretty much in the clear for this turn. I guess I could probably move Amelia a bit closer and spam heal with her a bit. But other than that, yeah, let's see what happens. Shouldn't be all too bad. The Brutal Axe. It's not going to be doing anything to Tricia. I didn't check to see what he had. I guess he could have had a Sword Slayer, and then that would have been an issue, but we are fine. It has indeed worked out. Yep. I was just going to beat up some Silver Lance, and I guess Silver Sword as well. No issues here. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I guess she gets full crit from the support with Kolbane as well. So that's kind of neat. Ah, more Pegasus Knights. Well, luckily I've got my own Pegasus Knights up here. They are quite capable. Seems to be a good idea to have flyers. Wow, that is an uncharacteristic Eileen level up. I will take it. She is very cool. I do still need to get that support as well, though. But I don't think I can do it this turn. Are you going to be able to get this kill? I can trade over the Slim Lance if I do this. Let's pop this one up. Slim Lance is more like Pegasus Slayers, I suppose. Trade that over. And get this kill. Not bad at all. Not bad in the slightest. Okay, everyone's getting strength and speed today. I'm greatly appreciative. Okay, Enervation is going to be a slight issue, so we'll just go ahead and bop through it with Gareth. Even the weighed down Fran could probably contribute here. Although, again, it doesn't especially matter. So I'll just use Fire and I'll dance for Julian and have him do it or something. Unless... Ooh, we actually get a Brutal Axe. Cool. I'm happy to have waited for the reinforcements then. You don't get your Enervation though. That's a bit sad. But we can still stab right on through. I guess I could probably buy some stuff. It wouldn't be the worst idea, but I don't really feel especially inclined to do so. How do you fare? You die. Can I reach with you? You also die. Well, if, say, Mori starts, deals 19. If he misses, I just have to rescue him. I can get the kill. I mean, honestly, he could probably attack. Nah, I'm not going to let him attack physically. Let's see if you get this. Yep, we've already defeated you in another life. So do I just end the map here? Suppose that I do. No real reason to carry on. As I've mentioned, that tile is not reachable anyhow. Or there's nothing there to get. Well, I guess I can't show that anymore. So maybe I swap and shove. Indeed, I cannot get anything. And it's an Annihilate Leaders map, so I'm going to just go wait here, make sure. Stand up here and wait and make sure nothing happens. And then we should have it in the bag. Shine. Or lightning. Or flux. No, we use light. Alright, looks good to me. Should be well and good taken care of. A very fun map. Still took me an hour to do the re-record or the replay through, but I had a fun time doing so. It's a wonderful game. Okay, that's the level ups I expect more of. Awesome. Cool. Very good indeed. No surprises. Your Eminence, I just came to report to you the accounting. If you will excuse us, Sergeant. No, he'll stay. Good. Very good. I'm glad. Gareth? What's the matter, boss? I'm afraid my eyes will melt out of my skull if I hear a few numbers. No, I confess, Your Eminence, I had expected to find. Give me your report, not your expectations. Good. You know what? I'm honestly all aboard the arena train here. I'm beginning to see why it's tiresome that Hengist here is, you know, kind of giving orders, especially considering the situation that's happened with the Earl, Wycliffe. It's easy to see why the trust in the nobility is falling through with Rena. Even though she was essentially, I hate to use this word this way, but essentially groomed into the role. I guess it's not an inaccurate way of putting it. You know, she's also strong-spirited. You know, she's someone who is not going to take the bullying that comes with the royalty and stuff like that. They've made a tactical error in a sense by taking the perfect candidate and, I guess, radicalizing her into becoming herself. And it's nice to see it play out and destroy them, if that makes any sense. The report is straightforward. We achieved complete and total victory. The Baron's forces have been routed, and many chose to surrender to us or swear fealty rather than retreat. With this victory near enough, the entire heartland of the nation is ours. We should face no further opposition en route to the capital. Dang, we'll be resting our heels on Farrell's spine in no time. Very good, you are dismissed. Your Eminence, Rena, I would request a word alone. Alright, Sergeant. Nah, it's fine, I'm sure I got heads to crack anyways. Make sure the boys don't get too carried away, eh? You have fun here. So, your word? Earl Wycliffe came to me, Your Eminence. He had the idea that you had threatened to flay him. Humiliated him in front of his troops. Yeah, as he deserved. Well, most of his troops were dead, so he cleverly mitigated that issue. Listen, girl, this is no time. Ah, it is girl again so soon. Old habits are dang stubborn, eh? It will be girl if you continue to act in such a childish manner. If you demand respect, then act worthy of your newfound role. She's commanded the respect of the whole army. It's just you and your royalty that's kind of playing your little political game. You remember back in the town before we stormed Haldane? Ganter's widow confronted me, and yes, I froze, locked up. Wycliffe felt like I was weak ever since. Felt free to flout my authority. He learned some of his dang limits today. There was a better way. No? I disagree, wholeheartedly. Kowtowing to him works so well. No, he snubbed the carrot. He can learn to live with the stick. Good. But this won't be his problem much longer. How so? After we are done here, you are going to tell him to stay here with the remnants of his forces. He wanted his lands back, he's welcome to them. But I won't suffer him any longer. Any political consequences I can handle when I'm in Gwyneth. Winning the throne takes precedence, does it not? We will kill Wycliffe eventually. Listen, you need his name on your side. I need people I can trust, Farcade. People you have scorned like the Striders or else sidelined like the foreign princess. You strive to fill my court in exile with big, comfortable names. Perhaps the old guard have felt too comfortable for too long. I'll not embolden them further. Or can I still trust you, Arcade? You can trust me above all others. I, and seemingly only I, dare speak up when you're making a mistake. No, that's not true. Literally, Wycliffe exists. I mean, I guess that Hereward is a bit of a... I don't know what other way to put it than a suck-up, but, I don't know what other way to put this as well. You can have allies who are willing to dismiss some of your claims while also being your allies still. You know, Varcade here does not exactly pretend to be an ally. He's just someone who she knows from childhood because of unfortunate circumstances. That doesn't necessarily make him an ally. He seems to have no illusion of that himself. Your antipathy for the man is fair, and yes, he failed you today badly. Yet he is loyal, true to the cause, or to the true cause. He knows about you, Rena, and yet follows you all the same. And as the supreme loyalist, others follow his lead. He'd not follow a pretender. Okay, that is reasonable. His presence brings you legitimacy. Although, I am curious. Again, this isn't a world where, like, the democratic politics of it matter. Like, he doesn't have constituents that you know, are beholden to him. He just has people who know his name, who live in his lands. Like, it brings about questions of legitimacy. But those questions of legitimacy in this era are quashed by the, like, martial power that he holds. He's simply stronger. He has a force of people. And so that's where the question comes in. It's not so much about... I mean, it's like I said, it's not about beliefs. It's about power in this case. I know you wish to bring in change, but that necessitates control. Total dominance over the whole of Akuma. Pharaoh held the whole of the land at one time, and yet he'll lose it within the year. I have sought to cultivate a court in exile for you to solidify your grasp on power. Okay. Whether you believe him worthy of that place or Wycliffe is significant. He is significant. He can also be replaced. I mean, she is the true queen, right? Like, this is the part where she still has Hereward. She still theoretically has Varkade here. She's got other people as well. We've established at this point that there are other high-ranking officials. It doesn't have to be Earl Wycliffe. He's an important name, but one who can and should probably be replaced. Especially considering, well, here, again, it gets shaky, right? Like, the situation here is that how much sway, it's hard to understand how much sway she has over people at the moment and how much sway she will have once she defeats Farrell. Once she defeats Farrell, the people might see her as a reasonable enough leader to, at that point, show, like, the hypocrisy and the lies and like, more or less just announce as Her Eminence the corruption of the nobility and that he is within that. Like, there's probably some way to do this that doesn't have to involve Wycliffe specifically. And I feel like Varkade knows this, but is fearful in a sense. He's scared of the blowback of lack of certainty that may come with that. I am curious now. I don't know if I've missed some details thus far, or if it's just, yet to be spoken about, or so on or so forth, but I do wonder how specifically powerful, in the more political sense, that Wycliffe is amongst the people. Like, what does he do that causes the people to have such trust in him? Is it just that he is an outspoken defender of the crown? Like, is that it? Like, he's a man of power who is also outspokenly... Brain machine broke. Maybe I'll just read and we'll see what happens. I will never have dominance so long as I rely on that man for any part of it, right? He should consider himself lucky to have his holdings back by my grace. Remind him of that. That is my royal command, Varkade. You tell him or he gets the news some other way. I will relay the message. Okay, good. I will not repeat Farrell's mistakes, but sweeping out the old order? No, that was not one of them. Yeah? Him and Ash are just gonna have to get married at this point. That's the only thing that can happen here. What? Hello again, Dismas. What the heck? Man, I know I can't be dead. Scotch would let me have a bloody break from you. Suppose my stubbornness is your blessing and your curse. Can we just charge Asher with, like, treason or something? Like, I get it doing it the first time, being like, okay, here's an enemy who's just beholden to unfortunate circumstance. Maybe he'll take this new chance. Like, this is the third time. Ain't nothing blessed about this. Every day Iskatra grants us is a new blessing, Dismas. No, I simply refuse to allow you to prove me wrong. There's good in your heart somewhere deep within. Can he join us then? I suppose I've made a project out of you, drawing it out. And my boys, no good in them. Was that it? There's good in everyone, yet you have a prosperity to cling to life under duress. You've given me every chance to make something from you. Tired of fighting you lot. Too bloody beat down for revenge anymore. Ain't no good coming from it. Perhaps you should join us. Okay. Why the heck would you even want that? You could use a good influence. Besides, you've shown your strength, or at least indestructibility. I'm sure you could be an asset. And then come away from this war knowing you had helped build something. Brought about a great change. Given me 3 level ups. Even served Yaskatra's great plan in some small way. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just so long as I never gotta wake up to your ugly mug again. There's a deal, Dismas. Always such a pleasure. Man, what the heck did I just agree to? Okay, I guess we have recruited Dismas then. Ooh, new portrait. I'm very fascinated by how good he'll be. Arcus, your father sends his best. Of course he does. Of course he does. You are his best. Flattery doesn't suit you. No mere flattery. Why would a common messenger not suffice? What is so important that his sworn man must see me in person? Letters are slow and inflexible, worse, prone to interception. Your father wishes to know how the war progresses. Well, to my eyes it seems to be progressing well enough. It is indeed. We have crushed Farrell, wherever we have found him. Mind the capital awaits, that'll be no easy task. Yet I have every confidence in the Steel Roses to conquer it. Steel Roses, eh? Pretty name. What do you make of the Rose herself, Thyra, the would-be queen? Did not feel coerced to puff her up in prior missives. I was sincere. She is a bold, intelligent leader. Not completely used to command, at least of a force this size. There have been stumbles. I have every confidence in her to see this through, and once crowned, be a stronger monarch than Akma has seen in generations. Whatever father's orders, I'd prefer to stay with her for the time being. Then you're in luck, Lordling. He'd have you stay put too. One last thing, her temperament. Is she a reformer at heart? Whatever her birth, her time in the wilderness has shaped her. No, she is not a woman content with the status quo. She's been willing to compromise, yes, in aid of securing victory, yet I believe she has plans for the realm going forward, and if I might venture a guess, the old order of lords have little place in those plans. Hardly music to my father's ears, I imagine. You might be surprised. No nation truly cleaves to the old ways your father venerates. Perhaps a new spirit can bring back forgotten virtues, or at least bring an end to decay. But he does not share these thoughts with a mere warrior. Doubtless you'll know better than I what his thoughts are, let alone his plan in all of this. All I can say is that I doubt he has had you back her without reason. He must see her as someone she can work with. He must see her as someone she can work with. Why, we can only speculate. Is that truly it, then? Could that not have been another bloody letter? Or could he have been sent to strengthen? Only as far as you're concerned, I have more to look into, overtures to make. I won't be far. But I can't spare you my bow. Overtures to whom, Rotariu, if not to the Queen directly? That would be telling. With luck, I'll see you around sooner rather than later, Lordling. Don't get yourself killed out in these godforsaken lands. Father, what are you planning? I would back it to the hilt if only I knew to act. Is there some kind of treachery brewing on the other side of things? Father, I've been looking all over for you. Why here? I always felt the throne room had a special kind of beauty. Ever since your grandfather first took me with him here to swear allegiance to King Adalbert, things were different then. He was a tall, proud man, the king, resplendent in ermine and cloth of gold. The divine blood wasn't just some fairy tale, you could feel it. That was the magic of this place. It drew you into the spell that was Akma's legend. You found yourself smitten, unable to stop yourself believing. Was I named for him, in part, Adelheid Adalbert? Your mother's idea, though I was happy enough to run with it. It's a pity he was a shadow of himself by the time you saw him. Yes, it never occurred to me that you once held that much respect. It was the loss of his daughter that broke him. The Queen's descent into simplicity, well, that is well known. Yet Severa was able to able to wear her sorrow openly and befit her role. Yet the king could show no tears. We all looked to him to keep us steady. He grew quieter and quieter, withered away into the man you knew. I suspect death was a mercy for him. The flaw in running a nation off one bloodline. That blood will fail in time. I thought we were ready to move onward to something newer, greater. If somebody had to step forward, why should it not be Cuthbert Farrell? Perhaps the nation was not ready for a new way. Let's not pretend to be sympathetic now, Farrell. This is far, far from over. The Pretender still has half the nation to fight through. Her numbers winnow away as our banners swell. It's not over. Perhaps misinformation. Is it, Father? Of course not, yet still I... Forgive me, Lord Protector, but I have urgent news from the front. Speak. Mare's forces and the Ivory Quill have been routed at Cliving, sir. The Countess herself is dead. The remnants are making their way back to Gwyneth, those who remained loyal. I regret some lords took advantage of this reverse, too. You are dismissed. Yes, my lord. There is still hope, though. If nothing else, they'll still have to take the dang walls. And what of Sorcha? Are we going to find out more about her here? Or do we surrender? No, we can't surrender. Those dang butchers took over our land, slew family. Lord Father, are you alright? We cannot rely on aid from the other lords now. Never could. They're opportunists. We only held their loyalty so long as we won. Which is how we are... That's how I feel with some of our current lordlings as well. Victory may yet be ours, but it will be by our own hands now. This is no longer a war for soil. We must destroy Hengist and his catspaw, the counterfeit of Thyra. Their armies will surely collapse without their figurehead of their or their mastermind. Arguable. Right, of course, Lord Father. I'll get back to my training. Glad that we could speak. Such a beautiful throne, such symbol of our greatness, yet no king to fill it, and Cleowulf's line extinct. And all those mewling bootlickers hedging their bets on the fringes. So he doesn't know about the situation at hand. Nobody left to impress. The throne. Why should it not be mine? For a few weeks yet, Akuma remains mine. They shall pay dearly for every step they take into the city. If victory is denied me, then at the very least, I shall be remembered. I shall live forever. Okay, yeah. Glad that we're not playing the sympathetic villain. It's not befitting of him. Yeah, fantastic chapter. Again, I'm not mad that I had to replay it. That seems to be the theme with this game. It's like, oh no, I've lost a character. Shoot, unlucky. My punishment is that I have to replay another excellent map. There's really no downside. A loss isn't really a loss. It just means a little bit more time to properly analyze and look over maps and just enjoy the atmosphere of everything. There's not really been a map thus far that I felt like, this is a burden to play, or this is something that I wish that I could speed through. Like I feel like every FE game that I've played, there's a number of maps that I just want to fully speed through and not play. And if not to that extent, then there are many maps where there's like a chunk or a segment that I wish I could just speed up and play. I don't think that the turn limit on that one was especially necessary for this one, but I think it's a good touch. It's more because I feel like overall it was very, very lenient. It wasn't something that was going to, I guess, meaningfully put me down. It wasn't going to be a hard limiter. It was going to be more of a, here's your push. It's like a mental play into the player's mind. It's a mental push to finish the map in a reasonable time so that, in a sense, we don't have to continue shoving enemies down your throat, which I greatly appreciate. The reinforcements up towards the end were, to an extent, padding, but padding in a good way because it kept the map feeling like as if actions were going to continue occurring, even if you yourself were taking it more on the slow side. Or if you had already sped through it, it wasn't a game of cleanup, like run to whichever castle and kill whichever character that you haven't. There was still stuff to do, and that was kind of nice. Especially considering some of the reinforcements had droppables, like that brutal axe. I think that's a good way to do reinforcements, make them valuable, whether, if not just for the experience, then for the things that they can potentially give you. By all accounts, excellent map. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to playing it again whenever I next do. Yeah, every time I play this game, I'm just floored by how excellent the maps are. Story too. Story is excellent. I mean, I have no complaints. I guess that's about it. Anything else? Share, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Feel free to become a channel member. All that YouTuber stuff. And I guess that's about it. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.